Okay, what is up? Um, Hello. This is going to be my ranking of every NBA team's starting point guard, or the other positions, but for this one, it's going to be point guard. Um, just kind of off the top of the dome, but I've been putting some thought into it. Um, we're just going to get into it. Doing point guards today. Probably get into shooting guards, small forward, power forward, center as we go on. Um, there are some like still free agents. Of course, LeBron. Whenever we get to small forwards, or I'll probably wait until after he's signed. Says he's making his decision tonight. I don't know how true that is. Probably not at all. But anyways, I guess we'll start with 1 through 6 and go down from there. So number one, back-to-back MVP. Just won a ring. Not even like we're 1 year removed from him winning a championship. Obviously, wasn't the greatest in the conference finals, but still, I feel like he's probably best in the world. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's between him and Jokic, in my opinion, but I still think it's Shai. For best in the world, I mean. At two, no, I'm just kidding. At two, we got Luka. Obviously, it's Luka. Maybe you could argue Brunson over him, who I am just gonna go ahead and put him up there at 3. That's the big 3 right there, in my opinion. But to talk about Luka, amazing player. Honestly, some could argue he's better than Shai. I am not one of those because Shai has got the accolades to back it, and he's proven he can do it when it matters most. Although obviously he's had a better team than Lucas had, but you can only play who's in front of you, and you can only play with who's beside you. At at 3, I guess I didn't talk about Brunson. Finals MVP. What else needs to be said? He just had a great, great playoff run, great finals run. He was the best player on the best team. That's that's all there is to it. At 4, this is where things start to get a little bit tricky because I can't find the logo. It's not actually tricky. It's Cade Cunningham, pretty obviously. Uh, I mean, maybe you could argue Steph Curry. I guess I'll go ahead and put him at 5. But after last year, Cade was like All NBA first team. I want to say. Let's see. Should have went ahead and had this pulled up. Yeah, he was All NBA first team last year. 24. That turnover number is bad. 24, almost basically 10. We'll round that up. 24, 10, and 5. That's really good numbers. And then at 5, Steph Curry. You could put Steph over Cade. I wouldn't hate that. Honestly, I'm maybe by the end of this, I'll move Cade behind now. Cade's better than Steph at this point. 6 is where it kind of starts to get tricky. I don't think it's too awfully tricky. I feel like, in my opinion, it's between 2 guys. Probably these 2. But I think you can throw in. We're just going to. Give me Trae Young. I'm going to put Trae Young in at 6. I know the defense is really bad. Really, really, really bad. Like, really bad. And he's really small. But that offense, he's an engine. He is an offensive engine for sure. And there's not many of those. Which, speaking of, okay, I'm sorry. Halliburton is 6. Uh, Same thing as Trae Young. Offensively, an engine. Trae Young, his peak was ridiculous, but Tyrese is better at this point. Defensively, still not great, but let's go look at what he was doing. I don't know if it'll just show his playoffs, but no. I mean, 19-9. Trae Young's numbers are better, but we saw what he did in the playoffs. I think he improves from that. Hopefully, that injury, torn Achilles. That's a rough one. I'm gonna go ahead and fill out the next two. Tyrese Maxey behind Trae Young at 8. Great player, really. Honestly, the perfect 2, but really now the 1. Just averaged 28 and 7. All NBA third team, 7th in clutch player of the year. That doesn't really matter. Great player, fastest player in the league, maybe like with the ball, just so quick. And you got LaMelo, another great offensive piece. The defense isn't quite, where you would want it to be considering his size. Same thing with Hallie, but they do so much on offense that you can only expect so much out of them, I guess. So for this next spot, this is where it does start to actually get kind of tricky. Just people I'm considering, kind of spitballing, is Garland, Fox. No, DeJounte Murray probably plays somewhere in there. Oh, Jamal Murray. It's Jamal Murray. I wasn't even thinking about him. He had a bad playoff run, or not even run, bad playoff series, but we know what he is. He's the perfect 2 option to Jokic. I mean, as far as we've seen, at least. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep him there. I need to check something real quick because I'm kind of basing it off this, but also just basing it off, what I think as well. I think Kyrie is probably. I don't know if I should count Kyrie as a point guard, but I think I'm going to, and I'm gonna put him right here. I think he's like 30, 33 now, coming off a torn. What was it? Was his a torn Achilles or was it ACL? I think his was Achilles as well. But still, what he was doing, 25, 5 and 5 on almost 50, 40, 90. Almost, not quite, but almost. Kyrie's a great player. I think he's still got it. He's 34. He's going to be 35 next year. I still think he's better than these next couple guys. So we got one more in this tier. Let me just check something. I'm thinking Phoenix is probably Booker. Or not Booker, Jalen Green. Oh, they have Booker at point guard. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Booker is probably more point guardish. I completely slipped my mind. Booker, he's not a point guard. I don't know. I mean, it's their starting point guard though. I guess that's their starting point guard. I don't like putting Booker at point guard. He is way higher than this, by the way. I would probably put him here and dump Hallie down to here. But maybe even over Steph at this point. No. But yeah, Booker. Oh my. I wasn't even prepared to talk about Booker. I wasn't even thinking of him as a point guard. But last year he was great. No All NBA team did. Oh, he didn't meet the requirement, but 26, 6, and 4. Those are good numbers. Not the greatest 3-point shooter anymore, but he's a high volume scorer. So beggars can't be choosers. He does a lot. All right, and now we get to this next spot. Just kind of want to take a minute and look at who we have. Oh man, James Harden. Am I counting James Harden? He's not technically signed. I don't know that I'm counting James Harden. Yeah, I'm not going to count him because, I mean, although it's just about confirmed he is going to return, all the reports are saying that it's not like it hasn't happened yet. So I don't know that I can just go ahead and put him there. I think I'm going to roll with Dennis Schroeder as their starter, which obviously we expect it to be Harden, but there's still a chance Harden goes anywhere else. No, I'm just going to include Harden. Because, let me. Let's see what the first report says. James Harden, I hope LeBron comes to Cleveland. Okay, well, we're just gonna count him as there. I'm gonna knock Kyrie down one and put him right there. James Harden's just, even now he's like a shell of his former self, but he is still an engine on offense. He can just, his career numbers look kind of bad because of those first few seasons, but man, 36. I'm reminiscing. 20, like 21-8. Jim Harden. We like Jim Harden. I think I'm actually going to just go ahead and put Kyrie over him. And then at or directly behind Harden, we're going to put Garland. Garland might actually have better numbers than Harden, but I still believe Harden is the better player. Yeah. Garland is kind of in the same boat as some of those other point guards, elite on offense, but the defense, like the point guard position is really, really weak with the superstars on defense. Like if you just look like Shea, he's a good defender. He's not a bad defender. Luka, bad defender. Brunson, bad defender. Cade, same as Shea, not as good, but he's a good enough defender. Curry, bad defender. Booker, he tries. Hallie, bad defender. Trey, bad defender. Maxi's all right. He gets steals, but he's still a bad defender. LaMelo, bad defender. Jamal Murray, he tries, but he's not that great of a defender. Kyrie, same thing. I mean, obviously, these guys are smaller, and they can sit in the chair. But even like the bigger guys like Harden, Luka, they're kind of just fat and slow. Garland's small. Awesome player though. Do I want to do Fox here? I'm between De'Aaron Fox, DeJounte Murray, Damian Lillard. I'm a little iffy on Dame. I'm gonna put him here, and Fox directly after, and then DeJounte right after. Dame. What was he doing when he got hurt? Before he got hurt? Wow, 25, 7-5. But now he's what, 36? 36. A good 36, so he's still, still good. And then De'Aaron, obviously horrible, horrible, horrible in the finals. But I think for next year, I think he's probably right about in at 17. Wow, not even a top half of the league point guard anymore. Point guard is stacked. Like none of them play defense, or most of them don't play defense, but they're good. I think we're gonna get into the defenders here coming up soon. Now is where things kind of start to get tricky. I've said that a few times. We got Keontae George, Ryan Rollins. I'm gonna put the rookies back here because these two are probably gonna be last. Anybody else starting a rookie? No, Tennessee won't start. Okay. Who do I think is the worst starting point guard in the NBA? Is what I need to figure out. Probably Davion Mitchell. No, I'm gonna put Michael Brown as the worst starting point guard in the NBA because like he's gonna be good, but he's gonna be a rookie. He's gonna the number. I have a feeling it's gonna be inefficient. There's gonna be turnovers, but you're not gonna be. You can't look at his rookie year to determine what kind of player he's gonna be because even with and same thing with Acuff to a lesser degree, but if you can't just look at bad rookie numbers because they're going to be overtaxed. Acuff really overtaxed. I mean, Michael Brown doesn't really have a lack of shooting on his team. He's got two guys that love to put the ball in the cup, but still he's going to be overtaxed with playmaking. I would expect a lot of turnovers, but he doesn't like to pass, so maybe he just won't pass. I still do think he's probably going to be the worst starting point guard in the NBA next year. I think Darius Acuff will be better than Davion Mitchell. And I feel like by the end of the year, maybe, but we'll just have to see. Fred Van Vliet, Giddey's probably up. Giddey's, I think he's better than these guys. I think Giddey's better than Keontae George. I don't care. I think he's better than Ryan Rollins, better than Pritchard, better than Quickly, better than Suggs. No, I think Suggs is better. I'm gonna put Suggs right here. Yeah, Suggs at 18. CJ, I like CJ, but I think he's going to regress next year. I might have him in the top of this tier at 25. I think Freddie's not going to be that elite next year. And then I'm not as high on Pritchard personally. I'm probably going to tweak this around a little bit. But like just looking, I think Ty Jerome's better than Michael Brown, better than Davion Mitchell, better than Acuff, better than Van Vliet, better than Pritchard. And then him and CJ McCollum aren't like too far off, but Ty Jerome's better than those guys. Kobe White. Ty Jerome's better than Kobe White, I think. Oh, Ty Jerome and Emmanuel Quickly. I personally feel like I know who did not mean to click Quentin Ross. I personally feel like I know who's probably better. I just want to check the stats, make sure I'm not tripping. Oh, yeah, it's not even close in my opinion then. Because Ty Jerome, his stats are probably better than that already. And he is, yeah, his advanced numbers are crazy. I'm going to have Ty Jerome over a lot of these guys. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Those I thought I was thinking Emmanuel Quickly was like bad, and then I started to overthink, and I'm like maybe I'm misremembering his numbers because I know the eye test he's not amazing. I don't like to watch Emmanuel Quickly play, but I was thinking maybe the numbers are okay. No, the numbers are bad. So yeah, Pritchard or Quickly. I think Pritchard will probably be better. Van Vliet or Quickly. I think Quickly's better than Van Vliet. I think the bottom four is pretty good. Ryan Rollins or CJ McCollum. That's a good one. Maybe Hawks fans don't think it's a good one. I feel like CJ's kind of punching down in this one. About 19, and he was really good in the playoffs. Does it show playoffs anywhere? Oh, it does. Wait. What was he doing in the playoffs? Okay, actually, not that much different, but still. The question I have with Ryan Rollins is it legit? Is it legit? We're going to have to see. I do think CJ's better than him, though. I also think Keontae George is. I think Giddy's better than. Okay, yeah. Just to talk about the guys I didn't a little bit. Dejounte Murray, I I believe he was actually pretty good last year when he played. He's been dealing with injury. He actually I believe he might have cracked quite a like maybe like 50 plus games last year. Maybe I could be tripping. I want to say he actually had a decent no. Yeah, I'm tripping. He okay, he didn't come back until the end of the year. I was thinking that was the year before and he actually played some this year, but I believe he looked good. He if I'm remembering correctly, he did come back towards the end of the year. But still, I think going into next year, he might even be better than Fox. Suggs, I think I talked about Suggs. Ty Jerome, I talked about Giddy. I love Josh Giddy on the court. Off the court, I don't know. I don't know too well what he does. Slob Wizard, I've always loved that nickname. But yeah, I mean 17, 9, and 8. Triple double guy, no defense, can't really shoot that great. Although last year, I mean, he's been shooting good in Chicago, but I don't trust it still. I feel like I kind of touched base on all these guys. Keontae George. Honestly, I would like to put him higher, maybe even over Ty Jerome, Giddy, and Suggs and Murray. But there's so many mouths to feed. You know what? No, it's gonna be Darren. They're gonna focus on Darren Peterson mostly. I feel like, which as they should. That's their future. But yeah, I think I think this is gonna be my list. My top 25. What am I talking about? The best point guard for every or the starting point guard for every NBA team as of free agency not being finished. But yeah, I don't hate this in that order. Yeah. Well, if anybody sees this, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed my takes. I'm gonna probably, regardless of if more people watch, I'm gonna do the other four positions, and then maybe I'll do like a top 100 ranking. And comment down below if you know like a better way I could do this, like a full top 30 ranking than doing it like on Tier Maker, because Tier Maker is good and I'm fine with doing it, but I feel like there's probably a better way I'm not thinking of. But yeah, thank you for watching again. Peace.